Welcome everyone, join us today as we delve into the life and legacy of John Wetton, the musical powerhouse with soaring vocals and masterful bass, playing in legendary bands like King Crimson, Uriah Heep, and Asia. So let's dive in. John Kenneth Wetton, born the 12th of June 1949 in Willington, Derbyshire, in England. He was zodiac sign Gemini. Born in Derby, John was the youngest of two brothers, each forging distinct paths in music. John in rock and his brother in classical music as an organist and choirmaster. At 12, John's family relocated to Bournemouth, where he spent his school years playing in various Shadows and Beatles-inspired bands. He eventually joined the local R&B scene with the Palmer James Group. Around this time, he crossed paths with Robert Fripp, a connection that would become pivotal in his future career. After college, John toured Romania as part of Helen Shapiro's backing band, earning enough to purchase a Fender Precision bass for £35. He next joined a Bournemouth-based group called Tetrad but soon decided to leave for London. There, he briefly played with a band named Splinter before joining James Litherland's Brotherhood in September 1969. The group rebranded as Mogul Thrash, with John recording his first album with them. They were a gritty R&B outfit with a brass section, finding greater success in Europe than in Britain. Unfortunately, legal troubles with their management forced the band to disband as their only way out. After performing live with Renaissance, John transitioned to session work, which allowed him to save enough for a trip to Los Angeles. After a brief 2-month stay, he returned to London and was promptly invited to join Group Family. He contributed to 2 albums but felt limited, as Roger Chapman's dominance as lead vocalist and the established songwriting core left little room for his input. When Robert Fripp extended an offer to join King Crimson, it was an opportunity he couldn't pass up. The lineup featured violinist David Cross, former Yes drummer Bill Bruford, and percussionist Jamie Muir. During his 2 years with King Crimson, John honed his skills as a lead singer and songwriter, contributing to the band's critical acclaim and success. They recorded 4 albums, but by September 1974, Robert Fripp decided to pause the band's activities. Around this time, John had been spending time with members of Roxy Music and joined them when a spot for a bass player became available. He toured the UK, Europe, and America with the band, promoting country life. However, as a casual member, John did not feel financially secure. In March 1975, John joined Uriah Heep, stepping in after the dismissal of bassist Gary Thane. He contributed to 2 albums, Return to Fantasy and High and Mighty, but his presence couldn't quell the band's internal tensions. With relationships between members deteriorating, John chose to leave in August 1976 to avoid further conflict. By October, he rejoined Brian Ferry's band, touring across the UK, Europe, Japan, and the USA. However, the challenges of playing in a band where he had limited creative control began to surface once again. By July 1977, John was eager to form his own band. He reached out to former Crimson drummer Bill Bruford, and together with Eddie Jobson and Alan Holdsworth, they formed UK. The group released a self-titled album and completed a couple of US tours. In November 1978, Bruford and Holdsworth departed to start Bruford, leading to the addition of Terry Bozzio as drummer. As a trio, UK released 2 more albums, Danger Money and Night After Night. However, creative differences between John and Eddie regarding the band's direction emerged. After completing a tour, they agreed to take a 6-month hiatus. John immersed himself in his solo project, Caught in the Crossfire, while also contributing to 2 Roger Chapman albums, one by Philip Rambo, and a Wishbone Ash record. By late 1980, he began discussions with Brian Lane about forming a new band. Transitioning his management, publishing, and recording from E.G. to Lane, John was introduced to former Yes members Steve Howe and Jeff Downs. In January 1981, Asia was born, the first supergroup of the 1980s. Drawing on their combined experience, they created a groundbreaking debut album that became a massive success. Asia became the best-selling album in the US in 1982, dominating the charts at number 1 for 9 weeks and achieving gold and platinum status on every continent. Following their second album, Alpha, guitarist Steve Howe departed and was replaced by Mandy Meyer for their third release, Astra, in 1985. Afterward, the band went on hiatus for a few years, during which John pursued solo projects. he released a compilation, Kings Road 1972–1980, featuring highlights from his EG Records years, and collaborated with Phil Manzanera, an old friend from their time in Roxy Music and Brian Ferry's band, on a new album, Wetton, Manzanera. In 1990, Asia returned with their fourth album, Then and Now, combining tracks from their earlier albums, Then, with new material, Now. Guitar contributions came from Steve Lukather, Ron Comey, Scott Gorham, and Mandy Meyer, while Wetton, Downes, and Palmer remained the band's core presence. In November 1990, John joined forces with Jeff Downes, Carl Palmer, and Pat Thrall for two sold-out shows at Moscow's Olympiyskiy Stadium. The performances were recorded and released as a live album in 1991, accompanied by a concert film and video. Shortly after, John decided it was time for a new chapter and departed from Asia, leaving the band under Downes' direction. Relocating to California, Wetton teamed up with a new management company, record label, and producer Ron Neverson. In 1994, he released the solo album Battle Lines. Later that year, during a tour of the Far East, he recorded live performances, resulting in the 1995 album Chasing the Dragon. In the same year, he produced Acoustica, Live in America, featuring acoustic renditions of his classics from a US tour. John collaborated on multiple projects in the late 90s, including albums with David Cross and Steve Hackett, as well as two releases with Phil Manzanera. He also released the studio album Archangel and contributed to live recordings like Live in New York and Live at the Sun Plaza Tokyo. In 2000, Wetton and Carl Palmer formed the group Kengo, releasing the live album Live in the Hood and completing two mini tours. In 2006, Asia reunited its original lineup, John Wetton, Palmer, Downes, and Howe, releasing Phoenix in 2008, followed by three more albums, Omega, 2010, XXX, 2012, and Gravitas, 2014. John also collaborated with Renaissance on Grandin Il Vento in 2013, marking 42 years since his live performances with the band. That same year, he toured with District 97 to celebrate the 40th anniversary of King Crimson's Lark's Tongues in Aspic. Throughout his career, John remained an in-demand session musician, contributing to works by Brian Eno, Here Come the Warm Jets, Brian Ferry, and Ariane, solidifying his legacy as a versatile and enduring musical talent. Personally, John's personal life saw its share of challenges and triumphs. He was first married to Jill Briggs from 1975 until 1997. His next significant relationship was with Beata, the mother of his son Dylan, but their partnership ended, partly due to John's 20-year struggle with alcoholism. Later in life, John found love again and married his American girlfriend, Lisa Nojame, on November 29, 2016, during his ongoing battle with colon cancer. According to his official website, Lisa was deeply committed to supporting John's recovery, but sadly, his health continued to decline. Despite his struggles, having also undergone heart surgery in 2007, John achieved lasting sobriety in the early 2000s, overcoming his long battle with alcoholism. By the time of his passing, he had been sober for over 11 years, a testament to his resilience and determination. Tragically, on January 31, 2017, John Wetton passed away peacefully in his sleep at the age of 67 due to complications from colorectal cancer. He was in the care of the Macmillan unit at Christchurch Hospital in Dorset, having previously undergone major surgery in 2015 to remove a mass from his abdomen. John was surrounded by his loved ones, including his wife Lisa, his son Dylan, his brother Robert, and his mother Peggy. In 2023, An Extraordinary Life, the much-anticipated book created with John Wetton's family and management was released. It features first-hand accounts from over 70 people who knew him, spanning his school days to his career and personal life. The book explores his musical triumphs, struggles, and ultimate resilience through heartfelt and honest recollections, celebrating his legacy as an unforgettable musician, friend, and prog rock legend. And there you have it. Though his life ended too soon, his music continues to inspire and resonate with fans worldwide. His voice, his songs, and his spirit remain eternal, a true legend of rock. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Take care and bye for now.